Que viva, viva Panamá.
Lo más grande de este mundo, no hay quien lo pueda negar. La polla en el tamborito y el canal de Panamá.
Que viva, viva Panamá.
Que viva,
Viva Panamá.
ay Panamá.
Viva Panamá. Y ahora, viva Panamá.
Hi, I'm Jeff Goodman and welcome to Scubaverse.com. I was recently invited on a whistle-stop tour of 3 dive sites in Panama, 2 on the Caribbean coast and 1 on the Pacific. And in this first of 2 videos, I have a look at what the Caribbean coast had to offer. Panama is an S-shaped isthmus and lies between Colombia and Costa Rica and has both Caribbean and Pacific coasts. It must be said that dive operations in Panama are fairly few and relatively basic. But for me, it was back to real diving without all the pampering and excesses of more modern facilities. This was really shown in the huge areas of coastline that are virtually unexplored to the diving community. The few dives I had on the Caribbean side of Panama were not the most memorable of my life, but it was the overall warm and welcoming feel of the country that made my short visit a real pleasure. There are very good dive training facilities for beginners up to advanced technical, and while the reefs are not overabundant with marine life, they are safe and located along the most stunning coastline. For me, the Caribbean side of Panama is a place to go where diving would only be part of the package. There is excellent surfing here, as well as unspoilt beaches and islands to spend the day on. The forests are still pristine, where wildlife still flourishes. One of the nice surprises for me was the great quantity and good health of the coastal mangroves, which provide excellent nursery grounds for young fish and other marine life, as well as providing excellent areas for snorkeling. There is of course a lot of history to Panama's varied culture and architecture, and probably the most noticeable of all is the Panama Canal, one of the greatest engineering projects of the entire world. My few days in the Caribbean were soon at an end, and it was time to move over to the Pacific coast, where I was to spend a few days in Scuba National Park, where the marine life is both plentiful and big.